Welcome. This is interesting. So, we know that Disney Plus is dropping soon. Okay. Now, I recently just did a video on The Mandalorian with like full spoilers for that. Alleged plot leaks, anyway, which you can see linked above. And I did a video on that, and I said, look, the alleged plot details, I'm not going to go into it now, but the alleged plot details seem far-fetched, but they have to have a reason. Disney need to get people on board for Disney Plus, and this compounds that quite a lot. In fact, a lot of people fine with watching one or two Marvel movies, then kind of dip in and out of them and things like that, right? But Kevin Feige has come out specifically now and said that if you want to understand the Marvel movies, you have to have a Disney Plus subscription, because certain plot details and narrative structures and things will be taken from Disney Plus. So if you don't have a Disney Plus subscription, you're essentially going to be the odd one out of the story. You could be the sort of awkward kid that doesn't quite get the joke. They're not in on it all. So I'd say that this actually gives a lot of precedent for the previous video I did. This kind of compounds all of that. I knew that they would do something like this because they have to get people interested. Well, it's not even interested. They have to get people on board. They've invested so much money in this. So much money. And I will say this as well. This goes hand in hand with the other kind of thoughts that I've been having, is that Marvel is not for us anymore. They are targeting this primarily towards children and the next generation of audience. And again, I know a lot of people instantly just dislike this video based on that for some bizarre reason, because they, for some bizarre reason, seem to think that Marvel movies are definitely not for children. Okay. This is surely Citizen Kane, isn't it? Disney Plus, and the fact that these movies and the series will tie in closely together, so much so, and again I quote here, look, from Bloomberg, if you want to understand everything in Marvel movies, Feige says, you will probably need a Disney Plus subscription, because events from the new shows will factor into forthcoming films such as Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and the Scarlet Witch will be a key character in that movie. Feige points out that the Loki series will tie in too. So you got two series tying in together, tying into a movie. Now, they know that if they do this, parents will buy this for their children. These movies are not for us anymore. They are primarily aimed towards kids. Why? Because doing this for most adults will just go, piss off. Like, I've got a Netflix subscription. I pay for cable, or in the UK you've got Sky, or Now TV, some other kind of subscription service to get TV. And this as well, ladies and gentlemen, Disney Plus isn't even releasing in the UK as far as I'm aware. I couldn't find one release date for it yet. It doesn't, as far as I'm aware, it doesn't have one. So they are really shooting themselves in the foot. Now, unless they've got a distribution deal with the likes of Netflix or someone like that in the UK, then I don't really know what they're going to be doing here. But I think this indicates strong marketing tactics. And I'm not saying this is like, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot hugely and they're being bad and things like this. Because let's look at it from a marketing tactic standpoint. This is good marketing. These movies are, again, I repeat, and I know you're going to get all triggered by this stuff. These movies are for children. So they know that nagging children to their parents will buy them a Disney Plus subscription. Most parents will anyway. So now that all the children will be able to watch this stuff, they'll be able to understand each and every single movie. Again, like I say, I repeat, if you tell these things to like an adult, most adults will just go, no, I'm not really bothered. I'm good. I'm done. I'll watch Endgame. I'm all good now. That's the general consensus from most adults. The majority, anyway. They've seen Endgame. They're kind of happy with it. They're sort of done. Most of the old guard are gone. The old characters, they're gone. They don't really need to watch any of this new stuff. So it's good marketing. But I do think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot somewhat, because it's not releasing in every single territory. And most of these details will be, dropping online prior to it probably being released in the UK and things like that. So I feel like this is bad news in some regard. Like, I mean, it's bad news for Marvel in general, because who the hell... It's not a good look. It's a good marketing tactic, but it's not a good look. You're forcing people to get Disney Plus. But it makes sense. Again, I repeated in the Mandalorian video, is that the likes of DC streaming is dead. That's going to be wrapped into HBO Max, the kind of streaming platform from HBO. And the reason why it's dead is because no one was subscribing to it. They thought, yeah, we can just provide DC stuff and everyone will subscribe. Of course they will. Why wouldn't they? Why would they? There's literally no benefit to doing that, especially as you kept cancelling bloody shows and, you know, bringing old shows back which weren't particularly great. So this, look, they have to get people on board. I believe that this is the case. Again, this is direct from Kevin Feige. If you want to understand the Marvel movies, you have to have a Disney Plus. Well, it's moving times, ladies and gentlemen. It is moving times. It really, really is. And as well, these things here, like the Scarlet Witch will be a key character in Doctor Strange, and then Loki is going to be tying into it too. So it sounds like, for those people that weren't done after Endgame, or with Endgame, to understand what these characters then move off into moving forwards, you have to have this. Because Loki obviously, you know, buggered off into the time stream or the multiverse. I don't know what he was doing, but he buggered off for a little bit, didn't he? Now, we've got, again, Scarlet Witch, because we've got WandaVision, the most ridiculous name for a series in the fucking world. And Doctor Strange, which is a movie. So, to understand any of this stuff, you have to have Disney Plus. So this is literally preying on the people that were like, oh, I loved Endgame so much. Can't get enough of Endgame. I want to know what Loki got up to. I want to know what Scarlet Witch did. And as well, I think this is quite clever, because if you think about Scarlet Witch, she's a great comic character. She's not been a great movie character. So for them to tie Scarlet Witch into Doctor Strange for the series, that makes people invested in the series, okay? Because they know that they have to understand Doctor Strange, they have to watch the series, right? So it's a way to pivot people into being invested in the character even more. Because let's face it, she is not a good movie character. She's not particularly great at all. Like, she has the potential to be awesome. Don't get me wrong. She's one of the most powerful characters in the entire Marvel comic universe, right? She can literally change the whole of reality. So she has the potential to be an epic character, but she's not been given that potential in the movies. So because of that, I think people have not warmed to her that much. And again, I like her portrayal, Elizabeth Olsen. I like her portrayal. I like what she does with the character, but she's not been given enough to do. So I think with this, very, very clever. Because again, if she's in Doctor Strange, she's got her own series on Disney Plus, people will now go, well, okay, well, I'm going to have to watch it, aren't I? I'm going to have to be interested in this. And it might be that they do something very interesting with her character. They might actually bolster her up a little bit, so that then when you do see her in Doctor Strange, you go, oh, well, I can see why they did that. But it's very clever. It's very, very clever marketing. Most people like Loki, so there's not really much to say on that. But look, what do you think? Are you one of these people that are done with Marvel? Are you done with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? And does this sour you even further? Because I was sent this over on Twitter by Being Graphic, friend of the channel. And this just made me go, it's not for us. It's definitely not for us. This is literally just for children. It's going to make children nag their parents for a Disney Plus subscription. And also, if you're in other territories, like I said, the UK, what do you think about this? Because if you're a Marvel fan in the UK, knowing that this has a release date and that we're not going to be getting it because we don't have a release date yet, does this make you annoyed with Marvel? Because again, Marvel fans will be annoyed with this if this is the case, right? What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to get a general consensus of what people think. So let me know down below in the comment section. If you're new here, make sure you do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. Also, for returning subscribers, please make sure you are subscribed. YouTube is systematically unsubscribing people. Super irritating. Also, let's get some likes on this video. Give this video a like and a share. Really does help. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Mr. H. Take care.